Republican Congressman Jim Banks tweeted twice on Sunday about wearing masks or not wearing them, saying it's time for mask mandates to end. Those tweets from Congressman Banks, who represents much of Northeast Indiana, are raising some eyebrows. ABC 21's Corinne Rose has that story.
What we know is that when people are wearing masks, even simple masks like cloth face coverings, as long as everybody in the room is wearing that mask, the transmission rate is incredibly low.
Allen County Health Commissioner Dr. Matthew Sutter has urged people to wear masks to help prevent the spread of the coronavirus for nearly a year. However, Republican Congressman Jim Banks tweeted Sunday a one-word response to news that the country's top infectious disease specialist, Dr. Anthony Fauci, said it's possible Americans will need to wear masks into 2022. Banks tweeted simply, "Nope." A few hours later, Banks tweeted, quote, "Messaging for 22 candidates, end mask mandates." We reached out to his office for clarification. Did Banks mean he didn't think Americans would have to wear masks as long as Dr. Fauci predicted, or did he disagree with wearing masks in general? A spokesman emailed a reply saying Banks said, "I'm beginning to think Democrats support lifelong mask mandates and that Republicans should run against mask mandates in 2022, at which point it's almost certain that every American will have had an opportunity to be vaccinated, which, FYI, is what the science says is the best way to prevent the spread of COVID." Dr. Sutter says studies have shown masks work.
To me, this isn't about politics, it's just about science, that masks have actually been much better than we thought they were. So they're one of the cheapest, most effective ways to limit the transmission of the COVID virus.
He says it's important for people to continue to wear masks because even though recent numbers look promising, the population of the United States remains extremely vulnerable to the coronavirus, as evidenced by the 500,000 Americans who've died from it.
We continue to be in this difficult phase where we're starting to see people getting vaccinated and light at the end of the tunnel, but yet not large enough numbers to really have population immunity or herd immunity.
Dr. Sutter likely won't stop telling people to mask up until he believes the pandemic is under control. Corinne Rose, ABC 21.
A Banks spokesman sent this statement a few minutes ago that says, quote, "COVID cases are down 77% over the past 6 weeks. 15% of Americans, most of whom are high risk, have already been vaccinated. And we just learned that the first dose of the COVID vaccine stops 90% of COVID transmissions." It goes on to say that there is less of a COVID risk now than there was in early March when Dr. Fauci advised against mask wearing. But now he wants to extend the order to 2022. It doesn't make sense and it isn't consistent with any science that I've seen, end quote.